Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chinet, the agentic commerce podcast exploring how brands are building in an AI world. Most companies dream of the viral moment, the Shark Tank appearance that changes everything, the offer from investors that validates years of work. But what nobody talks about is what happens in the next few hours after an episode airs. When your website is catching like crazy, when 16,000 orders flood within a week, when your 15% team suddenly has to process more than 1,000 orders per person while staying sane. My guest today lived that exact moment a few days ago. Aasis Katyal is a founding member at Goat Life, India's high protein overnight oats brand that appeared on Shark Tank India season 5. They walked in asking for 36 lakhs, and their founder walked out with offers from all five sharks and closed a 2 crore deal with Aman Gupta and Anupam Mittal. The episode aired on January 9th, which is just 11 days back. And by January 16th, they'd processed more than 16,400 orders across different channels. And what Ashish calls inside clarity was he tried to maintain that despite backend chaos. And somehow all of this did not break their systems or their people. Ashish is the operator in the trenches, living in what he describes as thousands of spreadsheets that don't make sense in isolation but create a beautiful picture when compiled. He, this is the story of learning in 7 days what most startups learn in years. Ashish, a very warm welcome to Chinet. Let's get him on stage. Hello, Ashish.
Hello.
Thank you
Hi.
so much for your time and a very warm welcome to Chinet.
Thank you so much. Very thanks for that introduction. Great introduction.
Wonderful,
Thank you so
great. Yeah,
much.
my pleasure.
Glad
So,
to be.
Ashish, if you could give a small introduction of what about yourself to our audience.
Right. To give you a small brief about me, I am from Delhi. Other than that, I have been a founding member at Goat Life for the past 10 months now. So having scaled the brand from less than 2 lakhs to over, well, the number is still going on this month. So
Right.
fingers crossed for that. Other than that, prior to Goat Life, I was at a D2C brand itself, TAC, the Ayurveda Co. Another Shark Tank brand for that matter. They appeared
Right.
on season 2. So I was there as well. And before that, it was a totally different ball game. I was a trader, a
Wow.
commodities future trader at a
Right.
firm called Futures First. Did that for 6 7 months, and then transitioned into D2C. Yeah,
Amazing.
pretty much
Amazing.
about me.
Lovely. So let's directly get into the topic of this discussion for today.
Absolutely.
So we're around 11 days apart, and I think 1 week later you'd posted that there've been 16,400 orders.
Yeah.
So how much sleep have you got in the last 10 days?
I mean, at a cumulative level, maybe it's fine, but at a daily average, if you look at it, it's not good. But yeah, it's part of it. It's That's part of the grind. It's part of the hustle, and it's fun. I'll be
Of
honest.
course.
It's really fun to, because at the end of it, when you see that your sleepless nights are also getting paid off,
Right.
you get that instant gratification that all right, my hard work also paid off. So it's
Right.
fulfilling work, at least right now, because you have so many eyeballs on you, everything
Correct.
is falling straight. So this is the time that we spent the last 10 months just envisioning, you can call it manifesting, just waiting for this moment that we're working hard right now, and someday this is going to happen for us, and it happens.
Right.
So we just have to be grateful right now. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, of course. This is these are defining moments, right? When you actually prove yourself as a team and prove your team that okay, we are the ones to do this and we can do this. So let's set the scene. I think it was 9th January, 8 p.m. Your episode aired,
Yeah.
right? And it went viral all around. We'd actually spoken before, and I knew, yeah, you told me that okay, the episode is gonna air on 9th, but I don't think I at least I had no idea that it's gonna blow up so much, right?
Yeah.
So walk me through the first couple of hours after the episode airs. When did the first order come in? Like where were you? What were you doing at that time?
Right, so we did a small screening party with our team, and some
Mm-hmm.
of the people who've been a part of this journey some way or the other, our investors who bet on
Right,
us super early, some of our founder friends who helped us throughout this journey. So we
right,
were at a screening party. While we were at that party, the most of the team was working around, loitering around with laptops. Because while
right,
everyone can enjoy that pitch, we were still worried in our heads that something doesn't break, the
right.
checkout is going fine, the sessions are spiking. Is there some page that is loading slowly? Do we need to make
Correct.
any changes with the website? So all of that. The first order. So all right. So let's say you're a brand who is going to come on Shark Tank. There are
Right.
few touch points where you can expect spikes. So there is the first spike is when they drop a teaser about your brand,
Correct.
about the main pitch that is going to air. They usually do this during the same week. So let's say
Right.
if since our pitch got fast tracked, and while it was supposed to happen much later, it happened earlier for us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, since it was the first week, the teaser for our episode started dropping around 7th, 8th. So that's when you start seeing a slight spike, because that's when the curiosity also starts building up.
Correct.
The second spike is when the episode goes live on Sony Live at 8 p.m.
Right.
That's when you start to see some traction building. But now, while Sony Live is a big platform, not every consumer has that. It's not
Correct.
like a Netflix or a
Right.
Hotstar right now,
Right. You
right?
don't
So you
subscription
don't
like you have only people who've actually subscribed to Sony Live would be
exactly.
watching it on there. Right.
So now that's a barricade, basically. That's a gate between you and the
Correct.
consumer.
It's a friction point.
Yeah, it's a friction point.
Right.
So then you see a slight spike there. Then a major spike comes when the uh, episode airs on television at 10.
Hmm. Right.
And the spike actually starts when the first ad commercial hits the episode.
Okay.
That's when people
Right.
pick up the phone key. Oh, let's
Let's see and
let's
let's
see.
order. Right.
Yeah, that's when it
Correct.
started happening for us. Now, these are the first initial. This you can expect within 1 week. All of these
Right.
spikes. In fact, two of them to happen this within a matter of 2 hours.
Hmm.
The Sony Live and television. Next
Right.
is when they are going to post their episode on YouTube.
YouTube. Right.
That is going to be one of now we're expecting that it's going to be a slightly higher spike than what we've already experienced, given
Right.
the nature of YouTube. That's
Correct.
everyone has YouTube.
Right.
So yeah, we're waiting for that. We're prepping for that. We have no clarity from the Shark Tank team that when it's going to go on YouTube. So
Right.
we're just hanging. एक दिन आ जाएगा,
And
and
then it'll be yeah.
yeah, we'll be just sorting out the pieces. Yeah.
Right, right. Amazing. Yeah, very interesting. And the way you have to prepare for it, that's, you
Oh,
know something's coming, but yeah, but you have no idea of the
when it's
scale or
going to
when
drop,
it's
yeah.
going to come. Yeah. So in the first 1 week, there I saw your post, where
Hmm.
you posted that you got 6,000 orders on your website, some 2,500 orders on Amazon, 8,000 on Blinkit. Um, so before that episode, how were your preparations and expectations for week one?
All right. So we were pretty close to our estimations and projections
Hmm.
because we spoke to a lot of brands
Right.
that this is a big moment for us. We cannot fall short. Uh, but the issue that happened with us was that our shoot happened in the first week of December, while the shoots had started sometime in September and October. So we were
Okay.
expecting, since our episode was shot like 1 week before the final wrap up happened. So we were
Right.
expecting that our episode will also air sometime later, maybe sometime in Feb. Well, that wasn't the case. So we were informed sometime around Christmas or a day post that, you guys have 10 days and it's going on. While our preps had already started. But in our mind, we had at least a 40-45 day timeline that got crunched into 10 days. Now, when that happens, there are going to be things that you will miss. There is going to be chaos. But so you start loading up inventory, you start. So the good thing about Shark Tank is that, uh, it makes you deep dive into your business. Uh, just like any investor deck or investor pitch, it's very extensive, it's very thorough. So just the process of filling it up, just the process of interacting with the Shark Tank team so much,
Right.
it reinforces your business metrics into you, that you know now that what you have to bet onto. So we knew the SKUs that we had to load up, everything. But now comes the next part, when you have to accept that, there are going to be few things that you will miss. You cannot be everywhere, you cannot be like, we were planning that we'd go live on Flipkart, but since the episode got shot up so early, we had to leave that opportunity off the table. So that's how
Mm.
I believe, you maintain that sense of calm and clarity throughout this chaos, that, you accept that, all right, maybe I won't be able to cover it all. That's when you build a priority list, that, my website is the most priority for me, followed by, let's say, Amazon, Blinkit, however you want to position your brand, whatever your category is.
Right.
In our case, so since you have to load up inventory at these third party warehouses, basically for Amazon and Blinkit, because the last mile is covered by these people, not me, unlike D2C. Now I have to plan that I also have to send my stocks at least 7 days before the episode happens, so that it is received by the team, it is made live onto the
True.
platform. So yeah, that whole process. So in our case, we started prioritizing Blinkit and Amazon because that's the stock that we had to send off earlier.
Right.
But as for the website, at least we had that leverage that,
Mm.
we have time till 9th to prepare our
Correct.
stock,
Right.
because that to ultimately is going to go from my
Mm.
warehouse.
Right.
I have 100% control there.
Mm. And everything on third party platform need to be planned way before. You cannot, like, you
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to send
But
everything.
I'm very thankful that we've managed to create that, relationship early on with all these stakeholders, be it at
Correct.
Amazon, be it at Blinkit, be it at Swiggy for
Right.
that matter,
Right.
that, they were very quick to help us.
Mm.
That while there are most of the brands who are coming on Shark Tank are already present on these
Correct.
platforms, right? So
Right.
most of these brands who had already shot and received a deal, so now they were already preparing since the start of December, because they
Correct.
also didn't know uh, for all they knew, they could also come in the first week, but
Right.
so people start prepping December onwards.
Correct.
So while these stakeholders understood that, we were already late, they also understood that this is the time that they need to help us a bit. So really thankful that, yeah, they
Yeah.
turned up when it
That
mattered. So, yeah.
amazing. Yeah. That's. though that's the benefit of modern trade, right?
Yeah,
If you can get your foot in the door, then, and if they are ready, if they you are in touch with the right people, then
yeah,
you can really move things forward. But yeah, prepping for this all of this in like, usually what I can understand compare is that if there's a brand shooting in September and they are the last ones to go live, then they have like, like these
yeah,
10 months. And
yeah. Then
versus instead of 10 months, you had like 1 month to do all of it, right?
exactly,
So super
exactly.
super accelerated. Very interesting. So there's a very interesting insight as well, which I saw from your LinkedIn post itself, that Blinkit moved 8,000 packets in like a week.
Yeah.
So like, why do you think quick commerce dominated so much versus anything else?
Well, it's so in terms of trials and user acquisition, quick commerce is the easiest for me, the fastest, because nobody wants to wait 10 days for even 5 days for oats to have
Correct.
oats. That's something you would want to consume instantly. That's where quick commerce kicks in, I feel. That's the first thing. And the other thing, especially for a brand coming on quick commerce, regardless of the F&B category, I feel uh, that if it's an impulse that I've just seen you on television and I want to try you, my enthusiasm and eagerness is right in this moment. After 2 3 days, I'll probably forget about you. I'll forget about the brand. So if I don't get it right now, I'd probably not transact with you. So that's number two. And lastly, so while I did have a lot more touch points via Blinkit, but my AOV is much higher on the website. So in terms of revenue, the website did significantly better
More,
than
yes.
Blinkit. But yeah, that's the reason why so many packets, single orders move a lot across Blinkit.
People would be ordering like one small thing on quick commerce,
Exactly.
versus if they're ordering from the website, then they'll probably want to try a couple of things.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So the entry, so for you to transact on my website, the cheapest product is for $500.
Right.
So yeah,
Correct. And on Blinkit?
99,
Yeah,
the single
that's right.
packet. Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Then
Correct. Yeah.
that's what makes the difference.
Fair enough. So with this, in these last 10 to 11 days, have you learned something about the customer that you think you did not know before the episode aired?
So, so about our existing customer, so this is not, I personally feel this is not the right time to maybe, dive much deeper into maybe customer insights.
Hmm.
This is a very personal take. Reason being, right now, most of the people who are consuming my product are consuming it out of that FOMO that this brand just showed up on Shark Tank. They just want to try it. It is quite possible that it won't fit their daily lifestyle. It is not meant for them. They just want to
Right.
try it.
Hmm.
So that's the reason why the customer insights. But overall, what did strike us is that since one of the USPs of the product is convenience, tier one continues to dominate for us. The fact that you can just
Correct.
tear the pouch open, add the product to milk, and it's set. That's super convenient for people, and it's an entire meal that's ready. You don't have to depend on anyone. You don't have to wait. You don't have to follow a strict recipe to make it. So all of that. So that is, and
Right.
hence the translation onto quick commerce.
And hence hence tier one being
Yeah,
like the best market to
correct.
this. Yeah, because people
Mhm.
have less time. They're all in corporate
Yeah,
jobs. They need something quick and healthy.
exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Uh,
I think
I,
I
yeah,
lost you for a second there. Yeah,
yes,
we're back. So, do you think tier two in general will catch up?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Right.
Because the product, while it appeals more to someone in a fast-paced lifestyle, at the same time, it's
Mhm.
also fulfilling a very core deficiency that Indians have is protein,
Right.
and especially tier two, which is majority. Again, 70% of India A is
Hmm.
vegetarians.
Correct.
Second, more than 65% of the population lives in rural India.
Right.
So that's a huge market that that can purely be serviced on the basis of that nutrition that you lack. We're
Hmm.
providing you that.
Right.
Even in fact during Navaratri, this is an interesting insight that during
Mm-hmm.
Navaratri our ads started to perform better because we
Oh
started
wow.
targeting ads around that. Is the time that uh, people who consume a lot of chicken just to meet their protein needs
Hmm.
struggle a
They
lot.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So this, and then that's when we realized that vegetarians in general resonate with this product.
Hmm. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because although these days I don't even know the whether chicken gives that much protein as it used to. Like the
Yeah.
broiler chickens,
I mean,
unless you're
the egg thing was very scary
Oh
for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is scary. That is scary because
That was
I
scary.
think, and the worst part was I think we've been ordering that specific brand. Although,
Exactly.
yeah,
The issue, as and when the reports dropped, I had at least a carton of eggs from that brand in my fridge, from my
exactly.
refrigerator. So, I mean, that's the issue. That's also why the reason why we have in-house manufacturing, that so that we have
Exactly.
total control, especially in products where protein is involved. It's a
Yes.
very risky market, so that's why we
Right.
like to maintain control over manufacturing. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I think that's solid. I think that's a very that's the best way to go because as it is in food, you never know, right?
Yeah.
If you're not following everything correctly, you never know what can go wrong where.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you mentioned a very interesting thing. You mentioned that there was clarity in chaos, if I'm not wrong, right? So operationally, what does that mean? Like what was the chaos and what was the clarity?
The chaos, as I mentioned, was that now when Shark Tank is happening, um, there are going to be 100 people who will reach out to you,
Right.
be it agencies, be it uh, agencies for ads, agencies for content, agencies for branding. Everyone will reach out to you. There will be channel partners who will start reaching out to that. You should list a
Absolutely.
product here. Then there will be thousands of things that your investors will be telling you before the episode. Thousands of things other uh, brand owners will tell you that this is what you need to do, and that's when you realize that there's a lot to be done. We don't have enough time to do it, and
Right.
that's when the chaos starts happening. So that's when you sit with your team, you clearly demark and set priorities that this is where the entire business and the brand is headed this month. This is what we're planning. So if you think that whatever you're doing is not contributing to these priorities, just tell tell us that this piece of work I'm dropping it right now and I'll pick this up instead. So that is what the clarity meant, that at least everyone on the team is on the same page before this happens, because you won't have time as soon as the episode airs to rewrite plans, to make a new plan. You'll have to make a good plan, and then at least stick to it is what you'll have to do. That's what provides
Of
the
course.
clarity in chaos. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very very well put perspective, and I think uh, you need to say no. I think right
Yeah,
wherever you think that because the value of your time then becomes exponentially more important than it was
exactly.
before, and maybe too much down the line again you have time for other things, but initially like during that time
Exactly.
managing everything and making sure that you're saying yes to the right things because
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
with every yes you're saying at least 10 no's, so implied no's, right? So
Implied no. Yeah.
very very
So there's
key.
opportunity. So that's what. So if you don't have that clarity beforehand, what to say yes to and what to
Correct.
say no to when
Hmm.
things are going down,
Right.
you won't have time to think. So at least if everyone's on the same page, things happen quicker. Things happen with fewer panic attacks. Things happen with
I like how you say fewer panic attacks. There were some for sure. I will not say no panic attacks, but yeah, fewer.
fewer, fewer. So yeah,
Right.
that's what.
So there's a community question from Yash. He's asking, how did you keep your team from burning out when processing so many orders while the internet was going crazy about your Shark Tank appearance?
So yeah, so what? Okay. So interesting part of the prep, you also uh, closed down. So Okay, let me break this down. So the website, there are multiple SKUs that you can buy from my website.
Correct.
Then, since we make single serve sachets as pouches, we also have this BYOB, build your own box, where you
Right.
can pick and choose whatever flavors you want and build your own box and get that. So we had two boxes running earlier, which was a box of 10 and a box of 30.
Right.
Now we took a conscious decision to shut off the box of 10
Hmm.
while it was contributing us significant revenue, but we stopped that because that is a box where we don't know what the consumer will pick.
Hmm. Correct.
As opposed to my preset SKUs, let's say my assorted pack of six, my assorted pack of seven plus sipper, whatever packets I have. Uh,
Right.
those are preset boxes which my team can pre-pack, keep, and just put on the side. That Jesse order आया, I just have to send this box. I don't have
Hmm.
to pack it.
Right.
So that's why we stopped the box of 10, so that at least they don't have that unnecessary load. Next, so there, so for Amazon, there are two models for you to ship your orders. One is where you send your stock to Amazon warehouses and then they do the
Right.
last mile. The second
Right.
is where you ship directly from your warehouse to the end
Correct. The
consumer.
FBA versus
Easy ship,
the easy
FBA
ship.
versus the
Yeah.
easy ship.
Right.
Correct. So, so what we also did was that we made sure that we heavily send 90% of the stock to FBA so that the daily dispatching doesn't bother these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Okay. So all of these things we made sure so that the ops team doesn't get too exhausted, too burned out. And we
Hmm.
also expanded to, got a few more people in the picking and packing team, the ladies who work for us.
Right.
So we
Correct.
hired more of the women workforce from the NGO. Yeah, so that at
Hmm.
least you know uh, that the order volume is going to come. So
Right.
might as well staff them correctly so that they don't have to worry about these things later
Hmm.
because you know that the order volume is going to come. So
Yes, of
that
course.
it's not as if on 10th I'll know that I need to hire more people in my
Hmm.
warehouse.
You can
Yeah.
pre-prepare. Right.
Yeah.
And where is this located, if I may ask? The
So we operate, so the corporate team operates out of Gurgaon,
Right.
but our in-house manufacturing is set out of Kota. So that's
Right.
where essentially the brand also started
Correct. Yeah, you
because
started in Kota.
The
Yes.
Yash
Yash
is
is
from
from
Kota.
Kota. Right.
Yes, that's how it started, and it's it's a great product to be very honest. For me to be a part uh, of Goat, one of the
Right.
biggest selling points was the product itself. And over the last, I've been with Yash for more than 12 months now, officially part of the thing for 10, 11 months. But
Hmm.
throughout this time, I've never found a person who hates the product.
Correct. Or I
Yeah,
think even hates Yash, right? I
yeah,
when
that's also
when I
true.
was telling when my team got to know that that we're getting Goat Live, they were like, oh, that's Yash's brand. We love him. We love him. And I was like, okay, guys.
Yeah, and he is like that. He'll keep you happy. He's super fun, super focused when it comes to work. But great guy to have around and to learn from, because he's very focused when it comes to product and consumer.
Correct.
So I feel that's something that has helped us a lot. That you will get these big moments when the traffic will come, when trials will happen. But what actually supports us is that we have a repeat rate of close to 40%.
Wow, that's solid.
Yeah, that's solid. So if the product weren't that good, that won't happen. I feel that's purely because of the product. Of course, there are other retention tools that we run to make sure
Right.
that repeats are happening for us.
Correct.
But at the core of it, I feel the product is what dominates.
Of course. I think, anyways, like all tools set apart, the product needs to
Mhm.
speak for itself for
Yeah.
these tools to work, right?
Yeah.
But if I may ask a bit about these tools, like what are these, like what are the retention mechanics that you guys use
So
and you would.
there are a couple of things. There are straightforward retention campaigns on Meta where it knows the
Right.
audience that has already transacted with the brand. It keeps
Right.
on retargeting them basis their order history, their order volume, etc. The other is, as soon as someone transacts on my website, I get their consumer data.
Right.
Now it is my job to make sure that so let's say for example, my pack of seven assorted shark box, which we're pushing the most right now. Someone buys it, it reaches the person, and what I'm expecting is from the date of delivery, uh, the person will get through the box in roughly 7 to 10 days. That's when the product will get over. So that's when I send a WhatsApp nudge to the person that, hey there, we know that the product is getting over. Here's something to try it again. So things around those, then this will vary basis uh, what the product was, how many transactions that person has made, basis the so if it's a very deep consumer, I may not have to nudge him or her with a discount, as
Mm,
opposed to a second time consumer. For me to get this consumer 100% with me, I might try a
mm,
discount at this moment.
right.
So basis their transaction history with me, and what product they've bought, how much they've spent on the website in the lifetime. So that so there are multiple tools for this. So there is Quick Engage, that's Go Quick.
Mm,
Go
right.
Quick वालों का ही है. Then there is
Correct.
Mo Engage, Lime. There are multiple tools which essentially do the same thing.
Mm,
You finally have to make cohorts, plan
mm,
a simple strategy, nothing elaborate, nothing too complex at this stage.
right.
At least the simple basics need to be running. So yeah, that's what we make sure.
Correct. Right. Yeah, I think as yeah, like, there are tools. So like I think the quick engage tool is wonderful, and there are many WhatsApp
Many,
automation
yeah,
systems out there. But yeah, but ultimately it boils down to what's your strategy and
correct.
how do you want to implement it. So there's a question, another from Chandra. He's asking that do you believe you will be implementing a price change strategy for tier two cities? Oh, very interesting. Just from the point of market capture.
All right. Price change might not happen, but what
Hmm.
might happen is that we might come up with bigger pack sizes.
Hmm. Right. So if there's
So
someone who's in a
yeah,
tier two city, then they can order in bulk and then
bulk, and so while that will also not uh, make the product significantly cheaper, but it creates that impression in the mind that if I'm buying in bulk, मेरे को सस्ता मिल रहा होगा.
hmm.
So I just have to tap into that mentality, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's what we're planning for. But it's a very common strategy to, while entering tier two, to
Right.
drop your price, but at times that just leads to brand dilution. And we are
Hmm.
very big on brand. We make sure I'm okay letting go of opportunities. I'm okay letting go of even money on the table if it's not aligning with my brand ethos. It's very important because there will be some collaboration, some
Right.
activations, which
Correct.
will seem great in terms of visibility, etc. But will it align with my brand ethos, my brand image? Probably not.
Hmm.
So I'll probably let
So
go.
it's those are difficult decisions
Yeah,
to be, and especially once you've become a national brand and once you are a household brand now. So yeah,
yeah.
so even like a small thing you do, it can affect greatly in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
yeah.
You don't know
People
how
catch
far.
on. Yeah,
Yes.
people catch on, and everybody wants to make cons. So
Right.
I can see a LinkedIn post happening as soon as I mark down my MRPs for a product for tier two. Here's what this brand is
Right.
doing. So
Right. Right.
so
Right.
the people are also very active now, and
Hmm.
I feel if you don't want to dilute your brand, try to have consistent pricing all across.
Hmm. Correct.
Yeah.
There's Chandra is saying that one order is confirmed by end via this podcast. Thank you so much, Chandra. There's another community question from her. She's saying, looking back, what small preparation made the biggest difference?
Okay. Oh, that's a great
This is an
question.
interesting
Let's
question.
let's see. Uh, it's hard to put a finger on it.
Hmm.
But one of the changes would be to, reprioritize the SQs on my website so
Hmm.
that it's simpler for my ops to handle. That's from a
Right.
purely ops standpoint, to
Correct.
be very honest. From an overall business standpoint, is there any decision or any prep that we did? Discounts, checkout. No, I don't think so. I mean, there could be something, but I can't think of anything right now. Because there are plenty of things we did. We made sure that our funnel was right on the website. We
Right.
made a lot of changes on the website. Uh, we launched merch for the first time.
Hmm.
Just launched merch
Right.
because hot people eat breakfast. That was something that
Oh
started
yeah, that
trending.
that was solid. The
Yeah,
what
that
people.
that started trending, and we were like, all right, let's pick it up. Let's make some t-shirts and sell it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So,
a good. I think these are the things which drive people to the brand, right? Then
yeah,
you say,
exactly.
um, I remember Chandan Mendiratta, the
Yeah,
CBO at Zepto. So he was
exactly.
saying the other day that you need to make people feel that okay, I am a Zepto kind of a guy, right? So like those that T-shirt and
Yes,
those merch that makes you feel there. Okay, I'm a goat life kind of a
true.
person. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's it's very important that
yes,
as soon as someone looks at a brand, they can either associate themselves with it or someone they know.
hmm,
And I look
right,
at this brand and I think of that person that I know.
right,
So
right,
it's important. So it and that comes from your social media presence, from how you interact, not
yes,
just via social media posts, but with people in your DMs, with people in comments. Every single detail matters. And
correct,
uh, from a single look, so how I like to see branding is that even if you pick any isolated post from Goat Life's page in the
hmm,
last 3-4 months,
right,
and you don't tell anyone that this is from Goat Life, I'm
hmm,
sure if the person has heard of the brand, they'll just look at that post and say, hey, this is like Goat Life,
yes, right,
even if
correct,
I don't tell them it's from us.
hmm,
So
hmm,
that's something very important, that constant themes, that invisible theme needs to be there,
hmm.
which
True,
ties it together.
true.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you look at something and you're like, okay,
Mm.
this is from this brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are very subtle things to look at, but it's so hard to do that, right?
Yeah,
It's
very
not
hard.
easy. Yeah,
Very hard.
I've been running my company for 4 years, and I don't think we've still achieved that. So that's
Very
and
hard.
actually that's very interesting because Ashwin just asked this question. I think this was before we actually mentioned that. So Ashwin's question is that we all have heard a lot about how Goat came up with their genius marketing ideas, from the protein langar to becoming a Blinkit delivery executive. So Ashwin says that I'm very curious to know the entire brainstorming process and how do you come up with these ideas and plan the execution.
I mean, everything for us is eventually outcome backwards.
Hmm.
So how did the 30-day series, the Blinkit series happened for us was the outcome was we are going live on Blinkit. We want to sell at least 1,000 packets. So to give you a basic brief, we ran this campaign on Instagram where we did stupid viral ideas on our Instagram for 30 days straight. And we just kept on posting and tagging Blinkit
Right.
and just telling people that we're live on Blinkit, buy now, buy now, buy now. And we kept on updating people that, today we are going on a thela to sell oats. Today we are doing a protein langar. Today,
Right.
today we are just wrapping the entire car with our packets and just taking it in Gurgaon. Things like that. Just
Right.
just stupid viral ideas to get
Right.
noticed. So the final outcome from
Correct.
where it began was that we want to increase our sales on Blinkit and tell the world that we are live on Blinkit. So then the
Mm-hmm.
idea came that let's do a series. Then it came 30 viral ideas. Then we started building a idea bank that these are the potential ideas that we can do. Then we start
Hmm.
scripting a few.
Right.
So yeah, everything started outcome backwards. But yeah, of course, just the sheer stupidity and absurdity of ideas, I feel that comes from the overall environment that we have while working
Right.
together because we, we just, the only ideas that we say no to are that this won't ever make sense to people, that why we did it as a brand.
Hmm.
If it's
Right.
fitting there, if it's making sense, then it's not impacting my brand image.
Hmm.
I'd do anything stupid just on the internet
Hmm.
to get those eyeballs. Of course, that changes now
Right.
because now getting eyeballs is not the problem for us anymore.
Hmm. Yes.
So now I'm pretty sure the way we operate on socials is also going to evolve.
Will evolve a little.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. But I think coming from Yash and talking to you, it feels that I think the fun part will always be there. Like fun, I
Yeah.
mean that you guys will have fun on social media. That's the most important thing, right? Once,
Yeah.
once we even with the protein langar, I saw like that protein langar went viral, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy, and I think everyone saw that. And I think more than anything else, the part which people love is that you guys are having fun doing that, right? And I
Yeah.
think that's not going to change.
Yeah, that's
So
not going to. So we make sure that. So the average age of all of us working together is 24, 25.
right,
That's the average age of all of
right,
us. And so we have our daily markers, things that everyone has to take care of in their
correct,
respective day-to-day tasks.
right.
Once that is done, the floor is now open for you to do any kind of
Hmm.
stupidity in term to bring about any ideas that you have to,
right.
just to brainstorm with everyone. Now we haven't had the time to do any of it
Of
for,
course, yeah.
from the
Last
past
month, 2 months,
to 1 month at least,
1
more than
month,
a month
yeah.
in fact.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, but yeah, so we make sure that there's some banter going on. There is some joke or the other being thrown around. So
Right. Interesting. So we've already done quite some time and a lot of questions. So I'll ask a few more. Try
okay,
to end it by 9 o'clock. But so even like during these 1 or 2 months, what is the biggest thing? There were two parts to this question that I thought I'm only going to ask one because you've already. So I was going to ask what is the biggest thing you learned about your team and your customers. I think we already know what you've said about your customers. So in these last 2 months, what has been the biggest thing you've internally learned about your own team? Be
okay.
it Yash, be it your juniors, like that doesn't matter, or both.
So one thing I've noticed is that as soon as uh, as soon as the news came that we are going to air on the 9th,
Mm-hmm.
there have been people who've cancelled their train tickets around New Year's. So that love for the brand exists throughout the team.
Hmm.
And why I think that exists is the freedom that has been given to the team, the freedom for the team to feel that it is their own brand.
Right.
It is our brand. You cannot for a second feel that it's just Yash's brand. It is
Hmm.
our brand.
Hmm.
And that feeling, instead of did I
Yeah, I think we you for a second there, but you're back.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I feel that I felt that the team actually is working for goat. That is one. The
Hmm.
other, I realized that the team is super exhausted now,
Hmm.
and a break is in order. That
right.
is for sure. What else did I notice? What I noticed was the multiple small things that panic. That panic only happens if you're very committed to the brand.
right.
I won't start panicking for something I don't care about.
Hmm.
So that and everyone was ready to, everyone was coming up that this is what I'm doing. Is there anything else that I should pick up?
Hmm.
I have more room. Can I
Right.
pick this up?
Right.
And so yeah, other than that, there are a couple of members from the corporate team who are in quota for the last 10 days,
Wow.
helping the ops team
The
there.
ops team. Right.
Yeah, so
Correct.
all of that. I mean, uh, I do feel so. This is something I guess Zakir Khan once said,
Mm-hmm.
the comedian. It was
Mm-hmm.
very off tangent, but काम 19-20 चलता है आदमी के सोना चाहिए that I'm
Hmm.
okay if you give me a slight delay here or there, but
Yes.
as soon as I trust you as a person, as long as I know that you are going to stand by this brand,
Right.
that is what you need in your founding team.
Very true, very true. And yeah, you're right. Like even with my team, skills and all तो सीख जाते हैं. मतलब वो सब सीख
Exactly.
जाएंगे. थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे, but yeah, trust and the ability that that okay, we are together and we're in this together, and
Exactly.
that is
Matters
more
a lot.
important. That matters more. 100%. That's very true. A couple of last few questions. Was there anything that you did not do which you like now, if you look back, you feel that okay, in the last 2 months we should have done that, and it would have been much smoother.
Not much smoother, but probably somehow managed to open a couple more channels.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
that's the sale that we've lost for sure. We
Hmm.
have more than 150 daily searches just exactly of a brand name on Zepto, and we're
Wow.
not live there.
Wow.
So that is sale that is, and that those numbers are present till date. I'm
Hmm.
sure the spike would have been much higher
Higher.
in the first week itself.
Right.
But yeah, so that is one for sure. But there wasn't much that we could do about it. But
Right.
that is one for sure.
Hmm.
Uh, the other is that so we were at a capacity of 4,000 packets per day
Packets per day. Yes.
in terms of production.
Yes.
That we've ramped up to
I read that.
15,000 packets per day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I feel that could have happened a bit sooner,
Hmm.
regardless.
Right.
So that is one thing I feel.
Hmm.
So, and the other, this another thing that that got my attention eventually was in the overall scheme of things that we as a D2C brand are also very unique because of our in-house manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because it adds that sense of security
Mm-hmm.
that the product is going to be right. But what it also does is that it adds an extra layer of function for you to manage.
Hmm.
For D2C brands, the functions that they look at are ops and warehousing. I have to look at ops, warehousing, and manufacturing.
And right.
That's an entirely added on function that somebody should own separately.
Hmm.
It shouldn't be laid upon the warehousing manager to also manage manufacturing, because that's when things will start
Right.
tearing apart. But yeah, the-
Interesting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's an added function, but yeah, I think it's worth it because
yeah,
yeah,
it's
you're
worth it. It's
managing.
totally worth it. But
Yes.
thing is, you also need to treat it as a separate function
Hmm.
that we
Right.
started doing slightly late.
Hmm.
Matlab, because even when we spoke to other brands, to
Mm-hmm.
other senior people in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
they never thought of it from a manufacturing lens, right? So all
Okay.
the advice we got from them was always limited to warehousing and
Hmm.
functions that follow.
Right.
So we never got much advice on the
On
manufacturing
the
front, and we
manufacturing.
eventually, just missed it out as a totally separate function.
Right.
We're doing pretty well, that's good, but
Right.
I could have done better. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, yeah. That's always there's always scope for improvement, right?
Yeah.
That's why that's how we become better. If we say that हाँ
Mhm.
सब कुछ सही चल रहा है कोई problem नहीं है, then of course then there's something wrong. There's something really wrong.
Then there's certainly
There
something.
always needs to be some problems which you're solving and somewhere where you think that
Yeah.
you're improving. Very interesting. Yeah, I think Ashish, thank you so much. I don't think we have more time for it, but thank you for all your insights. There was, if it was my way, I would probably do a 3 hour podcast and keep asking more questions, but I'm sure our audience is also tired.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for
Mhm.
being so transparent about, what actually virality looks like behind the scenes. And most people only see the Yash sitting down on Shark Tank and everything going crazy. But yeah, behind the
Yeah.
scenes, there's so much more. That's just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah,
And
it is.
yeah, and
Tip of a one huge ass iceberg. Ah.
Amazing. I hope
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time in the middle of all this chaos. I hope you get some get some sleep very soon.
Yeah, I have I have a meeting that I have to get done with now. Then
I'm
I'll try
sure.
to sleep.
Thank
But
you.
yeah,
Thank you so much for your time, Ashish.
great,
It
great
has been wonderful
having this.
talking to you.
Thanks for inviting me.
It was
Lovely,
my
lovely.
pleasure, and it was my honor to have you in the middle of all of this. Wish you a very wonderful journey, and of course, I'll keep following you and Yasha and the Court Life everywhere on social media. So all the best. All
Thank
the
you
best
so
for the
much.
YouTube video as well.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
man. Means a lot.
All right.
Right.